How are you doing? Come stai?
Bene, molto bene.
Bene, molto bene. Grazie, grazie. Attenzione, per favore, attenzione. This is our new version of the C21 Michael Walker. We did the Michael Walker 12 years ago and it was made in Switzerland. We did the best materials. It was carbon fiber and it was titanium parts. This is the new version, also with carbon fiber, but we put a metal liner lock in it and we make it in Japan and no longer in Switzerland. It is the same pattern, but it is still a very light and a very much a gentleman's knife. It is exactly as Michael Walker designed it probably 12, 13 years ago. So it is a sprint run, 1,600 pieces, and then we stop. Okay?
Limited edition.
Limited edition, yes. And they are available right now. Okay. Can I take it away? The new models is much larger. It is the Gail Bradley folder. It is a special knife. Gail Bradley is a knife maker from Texas and he is also a player in the cutting competitions. He won the cutting competitions in 2008 with a knife fitted with M4 steel. He designed this folder because we asked him to make a folder for us and we used the same steel as his cutting competition knife. Now the cutting competition knife is a large and heavy fixed blade. The steel is very strong, so we used this knife and we made a knife which is strong and sturdy. This is smooth and this is rubbly. It's one and an elegant one. Okay? Continue. We're gonna switch from carbon fiber to titanium. And I have two examples of our latest titanium knives. We start with the Sage. The Sage is a knife that we do every year with a different lock. The locks are by certain makers and we order them with using the material that they use and use the lock that they use. This Sage is the Chris Reeve integral lock. So when I turn it around, you see that we use the integral lock, which is part of the back plate, like Chris Reeve introduced it and he invented that type of lock. It is not exactly a liner. It is part of the back plate.
Yes.
Chris Reeve knives, specifically the Sabanza, is always with titanium handles. So we also use titanium handles. We use the titanium back plate and we use the titanium front plate. Chris Reeve also was a leading force in developing the CPM S30V steel. So we also use CPM S30V steel. It is a steel made by Crucible. Crucible Foundry in America went to a very difficult year last year. They went bankrupt. The knife steel part of the company was taken out of the bankruptcy and they are still continuing business. But they are starting up again and the steel is not readily available now. So in future projects we might not use CPM steel, we might go to Carpenter steels. Carpenter is also an American steel foundry. We like this knife because it delivers every part of the performance as a but it is more affordable and it has the Spyderco name on it. Okay, so far for the Sage. Another one of our more professional knives is the Military. The Military is one of the knives which is with Spyderco for a long time, and it is very well developed. Every new thing we think of, we try on the Military. This Military is the latest version, and it is completely titanium. Titanium backplate, titanium front plate. We have very nice riffling here on the lock, and it is of course fitted with the integral lock like the Chris Reeve Sage. We have our usual clip, and it has the CPM S30V steel. So it is exactly as all our other militaries, but this one will still be there when the world goes under, I hope. Okay, there you go. Carbon fiber. Okay, next one is also a little carbon fiber knife. This is a high quality and a high-end UK pen knife. There are regions in the world, and specifically in Great Britain, where locking knives are no longer appreciated and are no longer allowed by law. So this knife that does not lock. We build, as a safety in this knife, we built a resistance at 180 degrees. So I break the resistance and I come to the next resistance at 90 degrees. When I break that one, I can close the knife. This knife is also fitted with the forward finger choil. The forward finger choil takes the finger, prevents that you close the knife while you work with it. So as long as I have my finger in the finger coil, I cannot close it. As a matter of fact, when you have this knife in your hand, you feel a tendency that you start playing with it. This little click is very satisfying. So when you work with this knife, you probably will start clicking. Makes your wife crazy, but okay. It has the wire clip. The wire clip is easier on your pants. It doesn't bend as quickly as our fixed clips. So this is a very nice knife. You can have your UK pen knives now with a fiber reinforced handle, with a G10 handle, and with the luxury of carbon fiber. So far, so good. This is all I wanted to tell you. Okay, is the balance. The balance is designed by Ed Schemp, and you can see why it is named the balance. There is an symmetry in the knife, and from all the sides it looks the same. When I open the knife, I check where is the clip, because it opens to the other side of the clip. It also immediately looks like a knife, and you see that when you start taking the knife in your hand, the blade points to where you want to cut. So the ergonomics are such that when you take this little knife out of your pocket, you open it, it immediately points to where you will cut. And that makes it a very handy little knife, which is fit for very hard cutting cores, for big cutting cores. It is named the Balance, and like I said, it is a design from Ed Schemp, who designed more knives for us in the past.
About the steel?
The steel will be VG10. We will make it in Seiki City.